And we are back. This is the inside joke on whatever we're going to put it on, whether it be iTunes, YouTube, or all the above. This is the inside joke. I am Russ Diggity alongside Johnny Thunder. Not really, because we're in two separate houses right now.
Yeah,
Welcome
thank
back.
God.
Hope you're enjoying episode 1. I mean, thank God.
Thank God. You keep saying welcome back like we went somewhere. We didn't go anywhere. We've been on the line the whole time.
Well, I'm assuming whoever watches this or listens to this, they leave their area for a little bit, and then they come back to listen.
Well, what if they don't? What if they were sitting there the whole time? You just keep saying welcome back like as if they went somewhere. Just
Well, it
say,
makes
we're
them
back.
feel nice and warm inside.
No, it doesn't. It just makes you think, where did I go? It just upsets me. I'm so mad.
I like making our listeners feel warm, make them feel good. That's what I'm all about.
Then you could say, we're back. Like, we're back because we left for a song.
Okay, fine, whatever. Friggin'
Okay.
semantics.
Yeah.
Uh, man, I'm glad we're doing this today because later on, I got to plan out my day tomorrow because there's so much I want to get done. I want to work out. I want to go get my check. I want to shop around the mall a little bit. I want to get something good to eat for lunch, maybe some Chipotle. Then I want to come back and I got to order my T-shirt from the Chive. I have to get my Chive shirt, and all this has to be done by 2 o'clock.
Then what are you doing at 2 o'clock?
After I get everything done, nothing. It's all free. But the
Okay.
thing is, with the Chive, it's they put these shirts on sale at a certain time, and then they sell out within minutes. So I have to be in front of my computer at 2 o'clock to buy the shirt.
What's the chive?
The Chive is probably the greatest website in the world. I recommend everybody who is listening to this or watching this to go check out the Chive. Just go look at it, and you'll scroll down. You'll find it's posts of pictures and videos. They're just loads of entertainment, and it's
Sounds.
a really popular website too.
Are they our sponsor?
I wish I'll send them an email, see if they want to sponsor our show.
Is it a yes or no though? As of now.
As of now, it's a maybe because they don't even know about it. Like I said, no one's listening to this right now. But
Okay.
once people are actually listening to it, as we speak, no one's listening right now. But later on, people will listen, and we'll see what they want to do.
We endorse that website.
I totally endorse the Chive. I'll pay them to sponsor the show. That's how much I love the Chive.
I like the sponsor. I like the AMC's The Walking Dead to sponsor us. They can air a commercial halfway through the show every week.
And that's the show's first transition. Let's talk
Yeah.
about The Walking Dead, a show that you love, I love, all of our friends love, millions of Americans love. Let's talk about The Walking Dead. We are on the second part of the second season, and the first part of the season, some people liked it, some people didn't. Some people thought it wasn't as action-packed as season one, and it had too much drama. Other people liked it because it builds the storyline and the characters. I was torn in between, but now the second part of the season, it has a really healthy amount of both, I think.
Oh yeah, it does. I liked the first part. A lot of people, as you said, really didn't, but like the first season was all about like them trying to get to a safe location basically and just fighting off the walkers. There wasn't much character development. There was some with like Rick and his wife and all that and Shane, but now it's like everyone's being covered. And then the second part of the season really rocketed from there. I've been really liking the show.
Because there's so much tension now between Rick and Shane. Everything's out in the open. They actually had a brawl. Rick almost left Shane to die, and then he came back and saved him just because he remembered that before all this happened, they were best friends for years and years. And it's
Now,
just really great. I can't wait to see how everything ends up this season.
Now, do you think that brawl was a little bit too soon? Because I think it was. I think they could have waited a little bit for them to actually fight.
I mean, they could have, but I think they're gonna have so much planned out for the rest of the season. They still have to find out what they're gonna do with the prisoner they have, and then Dale just died, which really, I mean, I
Ugh,
didn't see that coming. I really did think Dale was gonna die. I thought he was in it for the long haul,
it's.
and it was random and it was sad.
I was really upset when I saw that, and especially when I keep forgetting the guy's name. Who's the guy who shot him? What's his name again? He's the one character I keep
Oh,
forgetting.
Daryl.
Yeah, when he did it, and he really hasn't shown much emotion ever since the Sophia thing happened. But you could tell he cared for Dale a little bit there because he like walked up with a gun, said sorry, brother, like that, like he actually like he meant it.
Well,
And
it's his way of saying that even though he tries to be the outcast, but he knows in his heart of heart that he's a part of the group and he wants to be a part of the group. That was his way of showing, like, it was hard for him to do that. but at the same time, he knew he had to. I think that's the whole point of the Daryl character is that he wants to be that outcast. He wants people to be against him, but really he knows in his heart of heart that he's part of the group.
He's had a big transition too, his character from the first season till now.
Yeah, the first season, he was like the bad guy or the badass within the group who, he was a rebel.
Hmm.
But then when Sophia went missing, he was a part of them, and now he's trying to be the outcast again. And who knows, this whole Dale death might bring them back together. So Daryl is one of three characters that I like. A lot of the other characters I had some problem with, but with Daryl, Rick, and Glenn, I like them pretty much everything that they've done. Every other character I have some problem with.
Herschel, I love how Herschel's changed a lot. Like
Yeah,
just
I guess Herschel's the only other one where I'm cool with. He's been pretty cool. I like how he's developed over the season.
like his demeanor completely changed after the bar incident. Like he just doesn't care anymore. It seems.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's more realistic about the world that they live in. Before, because they were isolated on that farm, and yeah, they had the walkers in the barn, but at the same time, like he didn't really accept what was happening in the world. He didn't accept the reality of it. He still thought there were people that could be cured. That was just a disease that can go away. But now he accepts the reality, and he's like, okay, now I really have to look for him to my family and stuff like that. And I'm surprised he hasn't kicked them off the farm yet.
And I tell you that kid Carl is one of the stupidest kids on TV right now. I mean,
As much as I want to hate him, he is just a kid, and he's in a messed up world to grow up in. And the thing is, they're trying to give him responsibility, and he's taking that responsibility and thinking, okay, I can handle this world. At the same time, that way, like, what he just learned, that he kind of screwed over Dale and he led to his death, now he got a reality check saying, okay, I'm not ready for this world. I'm just a kid.
I don't know. I still think he shouldn't have done that in the first place. After all he's been through, like him and just with the group, why would you walk off alone in the woods? He didn't even find that gun until he was like around the woods. He just was walking around. That's a dumb decision.
I know, I mean, as much as I want to hate him and stuff like that, again, you have to remember, he's just a kid and he doesn't know better. Kids make stupid mistakes all the time. And unfortunately, in this world, you make a stupid mistake, it leads to somebody dying.
Hmm. I'm curious on where they're going to go with him. I don't know if he's maybe going to become more darker now because of that, or just kind of like quiet for a while.
I'm sure he's going to fall into a depression or something. Maybe he'll run
Yeah,
away or some shit like that.
yeah, yeah.
Wow, I really don't
No.
want to swear on this episode, like I said.
1 minute. Give me 1 minute, Rusty. Talk
What's that?
about something real quick.
Okay. What I want to talk about is why is T-Dog still on the show? He doesn't do anything. It's like they have some form of affirmative action and they have to have him on the show. I just don't get why T-Dog is still there. He doesn't do anything. That's my analysis of him. Lori, as much as I kind of want to hate her because she cheated on Rick, even though I don't think she should have slept with Shane as early on as she did. But I don't know, I guess Lori's, like, she's kind of trying to tear the apart. She's like Shane almost, because Shane wants to tear the group apart, and Shane wants to break it into two parts.
Hmm.
And Lori's kind of like that too. Instead of trying to bring the group together, she's like, all right, we got to get rid of Shane. And she kind of is starting to become enemies with Andrea, so it's like she's the Shane on Rick's side.
I apologize for that, me leaving. I was called randomly. But I'm here now.
Oh, well, I got 3 calls while we're doing the show. I just had to ignore them all.
No, well, there's someone in my house who came to my door here when my door's locked, started knocking. It was a...
Should have just told him to leave.
No, I'm not that mean.
You should have invited him, asked him if he wanted to be on the show for a minute.
What else do you watch? Like, I know you watch Son of Bornaki, that boring biker show.
It's called Sons of Anarchy, and it is the best show on television.
No, it's not. I've seen one episode. I wanted to fall asleep.
Every episode they have gunfights. How does that make you want to fall asleep? Every episode there's action.
Because the characters are
It's a perfect
stupid.
blend of action, character development, and drama. It's the perfect blend.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Every episode has been good. Every episode's exciting. Every season, third season was great. What they did, the emotional roller coaster that Jax went through, and now Clay is kicked out of the gang, and now Jax is the leader of the gang, and just it's great to see where it's going to come to from there.
Yeah,
Sons of Anarchy is the best.
my excitement is so exciting.
Shut up! Stop being so. Stop patronizing or whatever it's called.
There's something we both watched The Office and Parks and Rec, and you actually got me into Parks and Rec. You kept telling me about it for the longest time.
But yeah, because I was like, I think I got you into The Office too.
Yeah, you did. You got me into both of those shows.
I mean, because I don't remember how I got in The Office. I probably just told you it's a really good show. It's really popular. Check it out. And you did. And you said you loved it. And then I'm like, well, if you like The Office, you're gonna like Parks and Rec because it's the same exact type of humor. It's the same people who created it.
I got on Netflix and I watched like the first few seasons in like a week and a half of Parks and Rec. Like it's just so entertaining.
It's really funny. It's kind of top. I like it better now than The Office just because The Office has struggled with Steve Carell leaving.
I still enjoy The Office. I mean, it's not as good, but like whenever I watch it, I get laughs and I'm still entertained by it. I hope it's
I
not.
still like the characters. It just feels like there's something missing.
Yeah, it does because he was such a big part of the show, and Ed Helms is trying his best to kind of fill that void in, and it's kind of working. It's starting to grow on me.
I think the thing is that the Andy character used to be really funny when he was first introduced in the third season and then fourth and fifth season. He was really funny when he was first introduced. And then somewhere along the line, they just stopped making him funny, and he just became like too nice of a guy. I think if they took the Andy from like third or fourth season, and he was the boss now, then it'd be a lot funnier because I think his character was better. He used to be my favorite character on the show. I thought Ed Helms actually killed it.
Yeah,
And then the writing just changed for the character, and I'm not as big of a fan of it as I used to be.
no. I think like a lot of characters have stepped up. Like Stanley's funnier now. Kevin's one of my favorite characters on right now. It's ridiculous.
Last season, they just whatever they did with Kevin was amazing because he became the funniest character on the show.
Yeah. And then Parks and Rec, like I like what's his name on there, Chris, right? Played by
Rob Lowe does a pretty good job.
Oh, he is my favorite character on that show. He's just Ann Perkins, just the person I wanted to see, or just like,
I think the best character I think we can both agree is Ron Swanson.
Oh yeah,
the character he's becoming like a cult classic now. Like people all over. That's another reason I think you like the Chive because the Chive usually quotes Ron Swanson a lot.
we gotta write his name in for president, Ron Swanson.
He'd be a great president.
He can minimize government completely.
His idea of government is just one man sitting in a room, and his only decision is which country to nuke.
He'd be a good leader.
He would be. What other? I mean, I'm trying to get you into 30 Rock because 30 Rock, the humor is different than The Office and Parks and Rec, but it's still just a really funny show. And it's all on Netflix, so if you ever get a chance, start checking it out because I think you'd like 30 Rock too.
Okay, yeah, and then there'll be another show you got me hooked on. So you know best with TV,
and
except
it's
for
convenient. It's convenient because it's on the same night as Parks and Rec and The Office. So
a lot of new shows are on NBC on Thursdays now. I haven't seen any of the newer ones that are on now.
There's one called Up All Night. It's okay. It's not great. I like Will Arnett, but the show's not that great. It's got class.
I've been getting into the show. I'm actually in a few more shows now. You ever hear Alcatraz on Fox?
Yeah, I missed the first episode, and sometimes with the dramas, when I miss the first episode, I just end up ignoring it, and I wish I hadn't because it does look like it's a good show.
They're all on demand if you have on demand.
Yeah, I have on demand. After this, I have to go check out The River, which is a show I just got into on ABC.
Yeah, I gotta get into that, but Alcatraz is really good. I'm into Person of Interest. It's such a fun show as well. I like that.
See, I don't watch anything. I don't know what it is with me and CBS. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I'm really big into that show, Person of Interest.
I'm into more dramas because for years all I watched was comedies, but now I'm trying to get into dramas. Now I'm into all the dramas on FX. I'm into The River. I'm into Walking Dead. I was into The Events before it got canceled.
Yeah, don't remind me about The Event. I'm so upset about that.
It's at Best Buy. You can buy the complete series.
Yeah, one season. Yeah.
It's a complete series. You can buy it.
It's not complete though. It ended.
It's you know what, but we still have the memories. And speaking of memories, I hope you guys are enjoying the memories of this first episode of The Inside Joke. We'll be right back after this musical break to close out.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I'm really big into that show, Person of Interest.
I'm into more dramas because for years all I watched was comedies, but now I'm trying to get into dramas. Now I'm into all the dramas on FX. I'm